would fight.
I think too the other goal is for us to bring Christians together, regardless of denominational background, to bring them together to worship God, to pray, and to learn together, glorify God. And what we find is that people are going to benefit from it. You know, they help each other. You know, and I think that that's a unique proposition. You know, we talked about the Knights of Salt and Light, and we understand that, you know, if your salt has no flavor, right? You know, if you're going through your Christian life and you're not getting anything out of it, you know, this might be a way to inspire you to get more out of it.
Well, I think that's an important point that you brought up there, Fran. I think that, you know, so often one of our frustrations is that we see Christians who seem to keep their Christianity in church.
Yeah.
You know, they go to church and they go through their Christian practices and rituals, and then they come home and they are the way they are. Okay, and that isn't what Christ came into the world to do. I mean, He came to change everything that we do. Okay, and what we're doing is we're saying the martial side of your life, that should be Christianized also if you're a Christian, you know. And could you do this if you're in a secular school? You could. You could. Okay, this is just a way of doing it a little more specifically, you know.
Right.
But, you know, Christianity should be in your martial arts. It should be in everything that you do, your relationships.
I think what happens is a lot of times, you know, people are Christian, they'd like to take the martial arts, and they're finding they feel out of place because they're going to you know, a place that doesn't really have the same philosophies as they do, you know, and I think you can find you know, you kind of almost feel isolated inside the training area, or dojo, or, you know, saying you're inside the area, everybody around you is not necessarily a believer, and they might be doing things that you're not comfortable with.
In that regard, we're not even really competing for the same individuals with the other schools, you know,
Yeah.
because so often we're dealing with people that have a different focus. It's not necessarily, I mean, people that don't have this focus would do well in another martial arts school, you know, but people who want to live the Christian life, we're dealing with a subgroup of people that don't want to be in that other martial arts school. So we're really not even competing with another martial arts school with that.
Right, technically.
You know, technically we're not, no.
Yeah. And of course, you know, one of the benefits is that we're not in it, you know, for our own glory. You know, we're here, we're trying to help people, and that's the main thing.
Well, we're finding that there's a need across the nation for this, and we're developing a group of affiliated schools and practitioners that can support themselves in the walk of the Christian warrior, you know, and it is somewhat different as far as a lifestyle than another warrior. I mean, as far as techniques, they're much the same. I mean, fighting is fighting, you know.
Right.
But as far as the way it impacts your life, it's a different story.